Hey, good Saturday afternoon, everyone. This is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Pan. I just want to give you a quick update on the potential ice storm tomorrow. Not a lot of change from what I was talking about last night at 5, 6, and 11. If anything, I would say we're probably seeing the area that's going to be impacted the worst kind of shrinking a little bit. I don't think this is going to get worse. If anything, we're really confining this to a couple locations that I'm in particularly concerned about as we go through the evening. You're looking at our first warned storm alerts, and the first thing I'll point out is we've got a lot of different ones out there. This kind of light purple or pink, that's a freezing rain advisory. You get that when you're expecting only freezing rain, less than 1/10 of an inch of accumulation. The dark purple, that's the most serious area to watch. That's an ice storm warning. We've got one for western Caldwell, Burke, as well as Avery and parts of Mitchell, McDowell counties, as well as the Triad area along Interstate 40. And those really are the two areas that I'm watching the closest for ice accumulations of 1/4 inch or higher. That's when you start getting into the possibility of damage. Now, the kind of bright pink, that's a winter storm warning. That includes Wilkes County and Watauga and Ashe County. The reason it's a winter storm warning and not more ice is because there may be a little bit of a mix. Anytime you get mixed precipitation, you end up with a winter storm warning instead of the ice storm warning. Ice storm warnings are issued when they only expect all ice. I do think we will see some sleet mix in, maybe even a hint of snow, though I don't think snow is going to be a problem at all. It's really going to be sleet or freezing rain. Doesn't mean we can't see a little bit of freezing rain a little further south, but I really do not think it's going to be a big deal. I really think these areas that you see under the ice storm warning and the winter storm warning are the areas that will have the highest impact from this event. So I really think those are the areas, if I'm going to be concerned about significant icing, and when I see significant damaging ice. It's much colder out there today. Obviously, if you've been outside, it's very chilly. Temperatures have dropped about 20 degrees since the midnight high, which was 70 degrees. I've been looking at the radar down here in South Carolina, and you can see we've got the drizzle and light rain, and this is only going to expand as we go through the evening. So I saw a lot of people tweeting, hey, the rain's going to miss the ACC championship game. Hey, it's not going to be a downpour, but there's going to be drizzle and light rain. The models and those apps you use on your phone, they're horrible sources of information. They don't really pick up on what we call isentropic lift, which is this southwesterly wind, and you can actually see it. You see these clouds moving in from the southwest. They're riding up and over the cool surface layer at the surface, and that creates lift in and of itself. That's something that happens down in the lowest 1,000 to 2,000 feet. That's something a model is going to have a tough time picking up on, but experience will tell you we're going to see some freezing rain. The system is organizing down in Texas. There's another low that's going to track along the Arctic front, so things will really crank up later tonight and especially on Sunday morning. Here's your current temperatures at 2 o'clock. We're at 52. We haven't moved at all since this morning. We've been dropping all afternoon, all morning, and then we kind of just been parked here. I don't expect temperatures to move much. If anything, we may see some of this cold air up in the Greensboro, Raleigh, Durham area begin to push in, because remember, winds are out of the northeast right now. They're cranking in just like this, and that cold Arctic high to the north is pushing in the really cold weather. So if you're going to the ACC championship game, bundle up. Now, it's not going to be a downpour, like I said, but with that northeast wind sustained between 15 and 20, the wind chills will be in the 20s and 30s. So it'll feel about 5 to as much as 20 degrees colder than the air temperature. And while it's not going to be pouring, drizzle and mist, just enough to make it annoying. Not enough that you'll get soaked, but with that combined with the wind, it's going to feel a lot colder than you actually would see on the scoreboard with the temperature. There's our system. You can see it moving to the south, wedging us in. Here comes the moisture. Again, our Futurecast model, which is a modified version of the WRF model, has really backed off the amount of precipitation. I hope that's a good sign that that's going to continue, and I think there is at least the possibility that we'll see less accumulations with this system than we thought yesterday. Here's 4:30 a.m. Notice this is a cold rain. There's no doubt about it, but these areas up in the mountains, those are the areas I'm watching for ice, the eastern-facing slopes of the Blue Ridge, and then check out Greensboro over to Statesville and Hickory. Likely, even though you don't see green here, there's a very high likelihood freezing drizzle or mist will be continuing. So these areas where you have the advisories, warnings, that's pretty much where I would expect the worst to be. Notice Charlotte, we never drop below freezing. And even in the areas under the warnings right now, by late Sunday night into Monday morning, the warm air is going to surge north, and everything's going to jump to above freezing. So if you're worried about Monday morning travel, don't. unless it's just fog and rain you're worried about. There will be no ice around on Monday morning in those locations. Schools will be fine. Businesses will be fine, because as we go through Monday, temperatures actually warm up as the warm air surges in from the south, and I'll continue this out, and you'll see that we'll have scattered showers and maybe temperatures getting close to 50 before the main Arctic front finally pushes through, and on the back side, we might see some snow. So here's the main winter storm impacts. Charlotte area south, just a cold rain mixed with a little bit of ice. Interstate 40, this is the area, in particular over towards Winston-Salem, Greensboro, Burlington area. I do think we'll see some good icing possible there, maybe mixed with some sleet. The worst areas by far, anything on an eastern-facing slope. That's east of the Blue Ridge, Wilkes County, Yadkin Valley, eastern Ashe, Watauga County, western Burke, eastern McDowell. I mean, those areas are really going to be the ones that I'm going to be most concerned about for potential ice. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. If anything changes, stay tuned to my Facebook, Twitter, YouTube channel, wcnc.com. John Wendell's got you covered on the air tonight and tomorrow. I'm on call. I'm ready to go. I'll be watching my Buckeyes take on Michigan State today, so I'll be keeping an eye on everything for you. But please be safe, especially in the mountains. If you live in those areas under the ice storm warning, prepare today. You've got a good another 12 to 15 hours or so to really prepare, really before tonight. If you can get out and get your supplies and be prepared for maybe some scattered power outages and maybe just staying indoors on Sunday, things will improve pretty quickly. This won't be a long duration thing, so it'll be in and out. So hope you have a great Saturday. If anything changes, I will post an update. But until then, enjoy your Saturday and go Buckeyes.